Hi friends, and welcome to another Sunday with Sarah. I am Sarah Baldwin. I'm a Waldorf teacher and the owner of Bella Luna Toys. And today I want to show you how easy it is to have a natural Easter basket like this and grow real live grass in it. It's so much nicer and more eco-friendly than putting synthetic grass in, and it's easier than you think. I'm going to show you how to do it. At Bella Luna Toys, we sell this Easter grass kit, which makes it really easy, has everything you need and instructions in one little packet. But you can also use rye berry seeds or wheat berry seeds and potting soil to do the same thing from a garden supply store. So to use this kit, let me show you what we do. Inside, there's this magic peat disc, and this is a really fun activity to do with kids as well. I was a kindergarten teacher. I planted Easter grass, spring grass every year with the children, and just it's an early science lesson, watching the seeds sprout and watching them grow and learning what it takes to make a plant grow. So we just take our little peat disc. I've got 3 cups of warm water here. We're going to pour it over the peat disc, which will magically expand. And you're going to wait until all the water has been absorbed. So that can take a few minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to let that expand, and I'll be back with you as soon as we're ready to move on. And we're back. That only took a couple of minutes. It doesn't take long at all. So I'm going to let that continue to absorb and expand a little bit. And then here I've got my basket. You can use any type of basket. This is our swing Bolga basket from Bella Luna Toys. I love these baskets for Easter baskets. They're handmade, they're fair trade made in Ghana, West Africa, by women. They are beautiful, and the sale of this basket goes to support these women in villages there. But you can really use any type of basket. Another reason I like these baskets, they're so sturdy and they can be used long after Easter as a lunch basket or to store toys in, or as a craft basket. It could be a child's knitting basket or sewing basket. But to plant the grass, you're going to want to line the basket. Now I'm using aluminum foil, but you could also, if you find a plastic container that fits the diameter that would fit neatly inside here, you could use that too. But I'll use a couple of pieces of foil. I tuck in the edges so they won't be visible above the rim. I've got one going that way. And I'll take another to go the other way. And then it just takes some playing with it to shape it to fit inside your basket. You're going to want to start your grass about a week before. If you're planning to use it as an Easter basket for a child on Easter morning, you're going to want to start this process about a week before Easter. Now I've got my peat disc has expanded. I'm just going to fluff it with my fingers. Now when I planted the Easter basket that you see that's already grown, I had some extra soil here, as you might. You can also fill a clay saucer like this, or really any container, and use the extra in there, and it makes a lovely centerpiece for your table. You can add some little spring decorations to it, or on a spring nature table. Just rinse my hands. And then also in the packet, in the Easter grass kit, you will receive a packet of grass seed like this. And I recommend soaking them overnight. So these have been soaking overnight. And soaking them overnight will allow the seeds to sprout much more quickly than they would otherwise and shorten your growing time. So I'm going to just put them pretty thickly on top of the soil. Make sure they're spread evenly around. Okay. And then one trick I do is I cover them with some clear plastic wrap. And this also helps shorten the growing time. It will keep the moisture in. And I do that, I leave the plastic on just until I see them sprout. When you see the roots starting to sprout, then you can take off the plastic. But again, it just holds in the moisture and will help the seeds sprout more quickly. Oh, I forgot one thing. You're gonna take a little bit more of the soil. You don't have to do this, but they'll still sprout and grow even if the seeds are sitting on top. But then I just take a little bit more of the soil, very, very lightly. You don't want the seeds too buried and too deep. And just sprinkle a little bit more soil on top, like so. Then I cover with plastic. Then set your basket in a sunny spot on a sunny window. Check it every day. Water it every day. I prefer to use a spray water bottle because if you poured water in from a cup, it might get too wet. You don't want the wetness to leak through and soak your basket. The spray bottle will prevent that from happening, but I just spray it. You can spray it when you first plant them and then spray it every day. And when I did this with children, I would have them do the spraying every day. I'd have them check the seeds in the morning, see how much they've grown, and give it another spray. Now, of course, if you're planning to make a child's Easter basket, you might want to surprise them on Easter morning and not have them be part of the process. But you could plant grass like this in any container anytime during the spring. And that's it. When the seeds start to sprout, just remove the plastic. They'll continue to grow. And in about a week, your basket will look as beautiful as this. So I hope maybe this year you'll give it a try. Try an Easter basket with real live living grass and forget the plastic stuff. Hiding eggs in here is fun too because the grass can be so deep. So I hope that was helpful. Happy spring to you. As always, I value your comments and questions, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching.